to another episode of The Wrestling Burn with your host Parksy, B, and the Zombie. You're drunk.
Oh,
You're drunk.
my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Woo-hoo.
Zombie's on beer number 4 today. In about an hour and a half.
Good word.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our fans out there, you motherfuckers.
My beer's all the way over here. I almost got it.
Hey, toast?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Got that Sam Adams.
All right.
Okay.
Winter lager.
So, on a podcast much more famous than ours, CM Punk finally talked. I'm a little sad he didn't want to. I offered to him.
I sent him many emails,
Many tweets.
Colt Cabana offered him blowjobs.
Yeah, that's true. Colt Cabana did offer him blowjobs.
You gotta get what you gotta get, you know?
But
He's
CM Punk's mouth is like just as filthy as ours. Like he says fuck so many times in
Yeah.
like 2 hours.
I feel if we can get a hold of him, we can get him to go disc golfing with us. Because I'm sure every time he would hit a tree, he would say fuck.
Good.
Fucking tree.
Fucking tree.
He deserves the fucking tree.
I am going to do my best to contact that fella.
Fella!
Fella!
He actually didn't have anything bad to say about Sheamus. Never even talked about him, really.
It's because no one cares about Sheamus.
That's
Sheamus
true.
is irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
But he does exist in WWE, unlike...
No, he had surgery. He's done.
Forever.
Yeah. Unlike Santino Marella.
And
Jingle all the way too, brother! Yeah, we go from Arnold Schwarzenegger and, what the hell's that other dude?
Tom Arnold?
No, it wasn't Tom Arnold. It was,
I just remember Arnold.
he died. He got his wife blew his head off. What the hell
Junior
was his name?
Seau.
No, Junior Seau blew his own head off.
The missing Ohio State lineman.
Jovan Belcher.
Trivia question. Who was in that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? If you could tell us, you won't win a prize.
Have you seen the daily trivia challenges I'm doing?
I have.
Did you like yesterday's? What did Vince McMahon eat 27 years ago on Thanksgiving?
Ass.
No.
Nobody guessed it.
What was
It's a
it?
trick question.
Exactly.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Nobody guessed it.
It wasn't ass, though.
Hey,
No.
props to Alan Dawson for getting question number 2 right. You're the
Asked
man.
him, what did we talk about?
Yeah, I
in
saw the 10th minute of
We
the
actually
17th.
went back.
I went back. Yeah, we went back to find out.
And it really was that.
Good for him. He's more dedicated than we are.
Yes, you're the man.
Your spot's still open here if you want it.
You could probably talk better than the zombie tonight.
Hey, so I went to Super Mega Fest last week, folks, and so
Shocking update.
if you were listening to the last podcast, me and Parks were talking about me going there and meeting Hulk Hogan and shaking his hand and ripping his bandana off to see if that hair was fake or not. I did not get to meet Hulk Hogan because they kept him downstairs in a separate room, and you had to pay $250 to get into that room to get your picture taken with him. So I did not see them. But my brother had a friend that went that night and did pay the money to get in there and got a picture of him with Hulk Hogan. Now, he had the little blonde sideburns going. Sideburns going.
Sideman.
But he had no hair.
So
The hair was gone.
it is confirmed. Hulk Hogan's hair is attached to the bandana.
The hair it's attached to the bandana.
Just like I predicted.
Yes. And Teddy Long looks really good.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Did he make a tag team match while he
He
was
had
there?
2 big-ass bodyguards standing next to him.
Those are his tag team match guys.
Guy had fucking rings all to his lip.
Was it the lead singer from Disturbed?
No, it wasn't.
Was it a black guy?
No, they were 2 white guys.
Batista.
Tatted up big time and everything.
Oh. Tensai.
They looked like wrestlers. I don't know who the fuck they were, though.
Tensai.
Brodus Clay.
Kevin Nash and
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall looked horrible.
All gray.
Completely gray.
Well, did you listen to the episode where we talked about how Ric Flair's doing a guest appearance in the new Magic Mike?
I read about that. Oh, God.
Woo! Old time stripper.
I
Ric
literally
Flair.
just want him to come in the movie and woo like 18 times
He
in a
probably
row.
will.
Woo, 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 woo.
As long as he jumps back and forth from the stage doing it.
He does his elbow drop on
Yes.
his, like, on the thong he's wearing when he rips it off.
And the fella who winked at me at Wizard World Comic Con when Brandon B was checking his badge to make sure he could come in the door because B had no fucking clue on who the hell he was at the time.
I know it is. I know who it
Who
is.
is it?
It's Greg the Hammer Valentine.
He showed up
and
and he
winked-
wasn't even there.
He
wasn't
showed
even
up
scheduled.
He wasn't even scheduled. He was limping. He still looks good, but he was limping. He still's got the long blonde. He's got the long blonde hair.
Hulk Hogan.
He was with some other chick and some other wrestler. I don't know who he was.
Paul Bearer's ghost was there.
Good.
Maybe that's who it was.
Maybe that's why Greg the Hammer Valentine was limping.
Lee Majors looked horrible.
Who?
Lee Majors, $6 Million Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looked pretty bad.
That's
we,
good.
We saw him about 6 years ago in Boston. He looked bad. Not too bad, but this year he looked
Remember when we saw
wrecked.
when we saw the real guy that should be running the wrestling burn in Boston at Money in the Bank?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
The big black dude.
Yeah. Mr. I know everything.
He did.
Yeah.
I know everything about everything and what's going to happen about everything.
He did.
About
You
everything.
ask him about Vince's sex life, he knows.
He
He's
does.
been there. He
Trish
takes it.
Stratus.
Yeah.
Like that commercial.
Trish Stratusfaction.
Have you noticed they've been putting Sunny on all the new things now because she needs money?
Did you hear what she's doing?
The Skype thing? We were talking
We talked
about it
that
last week.
And we were
Oh,
talking
God.
about doing that to get her on the podcast.
You should.
While she, like, diddles herself.
Was it 100?
$100 for, like, 4 minutes and you'll get breasts and much more,
I thought it was
was the
as
description.
long as you wanted for
No.
the $100.
No.
Can we come up? Look, the Wrestling Burn wants to come up with $100 to get Sunny on our show. If
While
anybody
she
wants
plays
to
with her
donate,
pussy,
we will record it,
and I'll masturbate.
and Parks you'll masturbate, and we'll record it.
So for your donations, we'll post Sunny doing whatever she's doing.
How do we get a hold of her?
Skype.
Can we Skype her?
You have to like email her or something like that, and then she gives you her Skype.
So we'll next time we do a podcast, we'll Skype the shit out of her. Yeah, we will.
So not only do you get to see Sunny for your $100 donation, but you get to see my dick.
On
And that's-
RedTube.com.
And that itself is worth negative $324.
Is it worth paying the $100 to interview her for 4 minutes
Well,
for our podcast?
I want to see her play with her pussy for 4 minutes, honestly. I don't care what we do for the podcast. I just want to see what Bret Hart saw.
Will we be able to interview her as she's playing with her jump?
Probably.
Maybe, if she's not too into
If she's
it.
anything like China, she probably
So-
will still talk.
Sonny, tell us about your time. Oh, fuck. I loved And that was her squirting. WWE.
So what happened to wrestling this week?
This is now an X-rated.
I want to talk
podcast.
about CM Punk first.
All right, let's talk about
Fuck
Punk.
Raw. I didn't even watch Raw. It was garbage. I made it halfway through. So first, Punk went on to tell a bunch of stories, but my favorite one was when he was talking about having to work with Ryback.
The steroid freak.
The steroid guy is what he called him. And he was saying the first time when Ryback like really hurt him, the first time they worked together. And then when he came back after the knee surgery, when Vince called him, was like, so, you ready to come back? And Punk was like, well, I'm gonna rehab and everything. He's like, yeah, the prognosis is 4 to 6 weeks. It had been like 2.5. He's like, so I have you booked for next week on against Ryback in a TLC match. He's like, oh, good. So he said, oh no, that was the first time around. It was the time when they were trying to keep the Lesnar feud going.
Yeah.
Or the Heyman feud, technically. And he goes, first time I work with him, goes to gorilla press slam me through a table, misses, hits the concrete. I twist my pelvis, both my knees are already fucked up as it is. He's like,
He had a staph infection in his back that almost killed him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it.
Way to go,
AJ's the one that
WWE
told him.
doctors.
AJ's the one that told him to go to the hospital.
yeah.
Good guy, AJ.
But I guess after that match, he goes, so I go up to Ryback after, and he goes, this isn't the first time you fucking hurt me. He's like, I've seen you do that to somebody 100 times and, like, put him through the table, fine. He's like, either A, you did that on purpose, or B, you're just dumb as fuck and you suck. He goes, so which is it? And Ryback's like, and he does a wicked good impression of him, too, which I was cracking up about. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, I guess I'm just dumb as fuck. So that's why you see the thing, the dumb as fuck chants now.
Good guy, CM Punk.
CM Punk was like, yeah, at the end of my run, I was literally just telling people to fuck off. Like, I really just didn't want to be there. He's like, normally I'd take time off and I'd like really be itching to come back, so I'd come back early. He's like, after Mania, when I took the 2 months off, I just really didn't want to fucking leave my couch.
Boy, you figured out now. He's working for the Nerdist channel and he's working for Marvel Comics, writing a Thor comic book.
Yep. Him and AJ are just gonna hang out all the time now.
Make babies and go to Blackhawks.
Little CM Punk babies running around.
CM baby.
AJ babies.
It's kind of funny because WWE just posted new merchandise for him too.
Well, it's anything that's left over.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what he said it at the end of his podcast because what happened after he left and they like suspended him. That's why he couldn't come back even though he didn't want to. They withheld.
That Constance chick, what a bitch!
Yeah.
That Constance chick, what a bitch! That Constance chick,
Can
what a
you turn the
bitch!
ringer off,
That
dude?
Constance chick, what a bitch! That Constance chick, what a
Keep
bitch!
talking. Keep talking.
So yeah, he was like, I found this check from like a year ago, and he didn't say how much was on the check. He just said it was like a huge amount of money. He goes, oh yeah, he calls, he's like, yeah, I haven't seen my royalties check for this month, and I need you to reissue me this check, and they like bounced him around, and for 2 months he just didn't give a fuck about it, and then finally, after the...
like, fuck you guys, give me my goddamn money.
Well, he wasn't even gonna care about it until they fired him on his wedding day. Then he
That's a dick move.
Then he lawyered
Who fired
up.
him? Was it Vince or Triple H?
Well,
Or
Triple
Johnny
H.
Laurinaitis?
He said he talked to Triple H right like the day before his wedding day, and he said, "Hey, like I'm kind of busy. Can I call you back when I get back from my vacation?"
What?
What? Well, I'm trying to tell a story.
I'm gonna knock everything over, and then we're gonna have no story left. And
We're
gonna be done with everything.
You're not
Gonna
gonna
have a
fucking
news
computer.
story.
All right, go ahead.
So he was
Continue
like,
with your story.
he was like, yeah, and then Triple H never texted me back after that, and next day I go and open the mail, and it was my termination papers. And they were saying they were gonna retrograde everything and just keep his royalty check and any other money they owed him. That's when he lawyered up, and then he said 2K actually advertising him for the game made it so he got even more money when they reached the settlement, because they overpaid him. Like he couldn't give exact numbers. He just said, take it this way: I made a bigger cut than I normally would for everything, plus that.
Seems legit.
Yeah, so he took a huge cut of money home for that, in a lump sum, too.
Yeah, he doesn't need the goddamn money.
No, he said he didn't.
You know, he was worth. I looked it up. He's worth like $2.something million. So
More than that. He said at his
well,
height...
at the time when I looked it up, he was worth $2.something million.
He said at his height, when they renegotiated his deal when he was the champ, he was worth $8 million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was that, but he said he didn't make that. He didn't give a number that he made, but he just said it wasn't $8 million a year.
Paulie.
But yeah, oh wow, we're getting really distracted.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's just
Too many people in the studio tonight.
That's what it is.
That's okay. So let's talk about Raw a little bit.
I heard the anonymous Raw GM came back. Like I said.
Yeah, at the very end, the anonymous